Now, Kevin, to kick this one to you, just how shocking was it for the 49ers to go on the road to Lambeau Field and upset the number one seeded Packers?
I'm not gonna lie, I am beyond shocked because it's something that I didn't expect. I mean, again, I did know that the 49ers are a good football team. I know that they have a tendency to go make runs. Kyle Shanahan's a gifted offensive minded coach. But when you really look at this and you say, damn, Aaron folded again, Green Bay folded again, it's just a tough pill to swallow, man. And I know we're going to get into our sub topic or sub, um, you know, I can't, I'm having blank thoughts right now. Help me
Segment.
out here, Kyle. There we go. I knew I had another S. Damn it. And when we get into our sub segment, it's going to be a little bit more detail into Aaron's future. But I'm looking at this solely and I'm saying, damn, like the defenses here were absolutely incredible. It was a defensive battle. Jimmy was sacked 4 times. Aaron was sacked 5 times. I mean, the special teams for Green Bay just looked absolutely atrocious. They had a field goal blocked, a punt blocked. So, I mean, people with the best defense typically win a lot of these games when you have that gritty kind of matchup for the majority of the game. And of course, Green Bay was up 10-3, 4. I want to say what, like 70% of that game, Kyle? It was like a touchdown early from Green Bay. They got a field goal, and then that was about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at this and I'm saying, damn, Aaron's probably on the way out. And again, we're going to touch on that in just a second. Kyle Shanahan is probably looked at right now as one of the most actually underrated coaches in the league. Jimmy Garoppolo didn't have to do a whole lot. He only had 131 yards passing. But again, as Kyle mentioned, the weather was very annoying to deal with. It was cold, but at the same time, it did start to snow later in the second half. So that was hindering their availability or ability to throw the ball down the field. And it's just it's insane that the Green Bay folded again, man. I'm almost in shock and kind of stuck that they just can't get through to the big game. And yeah, man, when we get started on this subtopic, it's gonna be interesting because Kyle and I are about to rip it apart.
Well, yeah, I mean, as far as the game is concerned, I mean, the weather was really the biggest factor at play. Just really, either neither offense could get going in any way, shape, or form. The Packers got off to a great start. They got that first good drive, led to a touchdown, and then pretty much for the entirety of the game after that, they just couldn't get it done. But I gotta give the 49ers credit because that defense, bro, they played phenomenal. Because, the one thing about the 49ers that I think has been overlooked this year is that defense and really the pass rush that they're able to get. It's phenomenal. I know a lot of attention is paid towards guys like Nick Bosa. I mean, Nick Bosa is a monster. There's no doubt about that. But there's some other players that deserve to get some shine here. When I look at Eric Armstead, that dude just knows how to get after it. He brought a hellacious pass rush against that Packers offensive line and was able to get Aaron Rodgers on the ground not once, but twice for sacks to go along with what Nick Bosa did. He also had 2 sacks as well. Just the pressure that the 49ers defensive front was able to bring against Aaron Rodgers and that Packers offense was really a significant blow for the Packers' ability to be able to march down the field and get any sort of points from it. Also, I thought Fred Warner probably made one of the most important plays of the game. It was early on. I remember the Packers, they were marching down the field after they had just scored. The 49ers went 3 and out. The Packers were moving the ball down the field once again. And Fred Warner, one of the best linebackers in the league, arguably the best linebacker in the league, I know Kevin may have a little bit of contention with that, was able to get a strip off of one of the Packers' tight ends. 49ers get the ball back, and they essentially stop the momentum that Green Bay had dead in its tracks. And that's huge when you're on the road. And really, the best thing that defense did was to keep the 49ers in it. They kept the Packers offense at bay, and they were able to do enough to keep it a one-possession game. And then when you look at the special teams unit for the 49ers, they were able to come up with essentially the play of the game by blocking that punt with about 4.5 minutes to go. It may even been less time. I may be remembering it wrong. But getting that blocked punt, converting it into a touchdown, it flipped the entire dynamic of the game at that moment because it's like you said, Kevin, the Packers had been winning the entire game up until that point. And you would think that as long as the Packers get that punt off, the 49ers really hadn't shown any sort of consistency as being able to march the ball down the field to actually convert it into points. But that blocked punt was huge. And then the 49ers get the ball back. Jimmy G does enough to get them in field goal range. And then Robbie Gould knocks in the game-winning field goal in Lambeau. It's a shocking win for the 49ers. They advanced to the NFC Championship game. But the Packers, I don't know what else to say. You got to the NFC Championship game last year. You had home field advantage. You lost to the Bucs. And then this year, the team might arguably even be better than last year. And you have a dud in a game that they probably should have won. And if you're looking at Aaron Rodgers' career in Green Bay, there's at least a growing chance that that could have been his last game as a Green Bay Packer. And that it was probably one of the worst ways to go out, losing a game that they were controlling for pretty much the entire game, and they let it slip in the last 5 minutes. Hey, bro, there's no other way to say it. Green Bay is down bad, and they could potentially be even down bad even more, depending on the status of Aaron Rodgers moving forward.